The 16 Bars of Real Rap at BX Live podcast, how you say it?
Recap.
The recap. See, I got dirty with me, man, because, sometimes I get stuck in dirties with me. But there you go. We got the recap of last week's situation every Freestyle Friday here at BXLive.com studios. It's incredible what we're doing. Shout out to everybody that came out. Shout out to the kid AQ, the kid Blake, the kid, what was the other kid's name? Joe, BX Lyrical, G-Dot's man, Mickey Monday's man came out, True Heat came out, Mickey Monday came out. And we live, right?
Yeah, we live.
All right. Shout out to my special guest, man. I got my boy Divine in the building, Bronx.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, what up?
Okay. Hey, he said, talking to the mic there, Joey.
Forget about it.
Hey, forget about it. So, yeah, man, you see it, man. BXLive.com, 16 Bars Real Rap. We here, fellas. Hey, all right. Say what's up to the world, man. We here.
Without further ado, we got two guests today in the building.
What's going on, New York City? Happy to be up here, my brothers.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming, man. So, y'all, for y'all that don't know, man, Divine and All Lyrical, man, they've been in the rap game for years. They've been contributing to this rap game forever. They've been through the ins and outs, the ups and downs of it. And we had them come down today to have them express on what they know or what they've been doing in the rap game. And I want to know. I want to know what AL's been doing for the years that I've been running around doing me. And also my man Divine, man, I see him grow up, man, and been doing music forever, man. So Divine, man, and AL, who do I start with first, man? You're both.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. All right, so Divine, let us know, man, where you from? I know where you from and all that,
I'm from
but
the
let the
houses.
fellas.
I'm from down the block, man. I'm from Morehouses.
Shout out to Morehouses, man.
I spent some time uptown on Allison, but, hip-hop been good to me, you know what I'm saying? I grew up, like I was saying earlier, with Baby Flash, like Grandmaster Flash's kids, and hip-hop was like, it was a natural thing for me,
Right.
But I went on to get a recording deal with Sony Epic. Donnie Anna signed us, the day I got 4 top 40 records. I'm Grammy nominated. Hip-hop really...
BX, man, you see that?
I'm a humble brother in this business, you know what I'm saying? I always have
You always been, man. Yeah,
I'll be, I really, I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? I've seen the world, I've traveled the world. I'm a strong believer that if you conspire with the universe, meaning that if you think about something, it can happen, you know what I'm saying? And if you put in that work every day, it'll happen. It happened for me, and I'm here now to let brothers know, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. So what are you doing now? Like do you still tour?
Yeah, I just came back from Germany. I was in Munich, Germany, Europe.
Nice. Shout out to Germany, man.
Yeah,
I got family
Germany
out there,
always
Cologne
show
and all
love.
that too, man.
I was just in Munich.
Nice.
I met up with M1 of Dead Prez. Dead Prez always showed me love. I also worked with Dead Prez. I've done a lot of work with Dead Prez for their first album.
Right.
That's how we was around each other, the Loud Days, Steve,
That's right. Shout out to Gabi and them, man.
Yeah,
BX Fight Club.
yeah, everybody that was there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so I've been traveling. I'm working on my solo project. I'm working on me and the Lawn of the Day. We've been making new records. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that. And then me and AL got this project called the M7 project. You know what I'm saying? And you could get into it.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. What's that? What is that? The M7 project?
Okay, so let's give a little history. My name is All Lyrics, AL.
That's right.
I started back in the, late 90s, hip-hop scene, Lyricist Lounge. I created a show called Lyricist Lounge Show, me and my peers at that time. Got MTV, 2 seasons, whatever. Fast forward, record deal, chilling with Peanuts, Roll Tour, and met Pun, and met this brother also, great MC. We both did a record back in 03 with this band called Yerba Buena, and it was called Wahida, and it was a Latin hip-hop record that gave us a lot, you know what I'm saying,
right.
man?
We just brought that culture, like me and my man C, we talk about that void. It feels
not
that
only
void.
That, it was a record that was great for us. It was nominated for a Grammy. We toured. We opened up for Juanes at the Madison Square Garden. I'm talking some
I like
serious,
Juanes too. Yeah,
serious
I like
platform for us. Yeah, Pepsi commercial. I mean, everything that you could name.
You see it, man.
Still get money from it. But fast forward, just recently, I got back into the music game.
Okay.
I was dabbling with a lot of the film stuff, but my boy Rob De Niro, shout out to him. He got me back into
Rob
it.
De
I
Niro.
was doing some remixes. I
It
did one
happens though,
remix.
right? Sorry to interrupt, but it happens, right? Like being a part of this entertainment field, you gotta pace yourself because this shit'll drive you crazy,
You
man.
burn yourself out.
You will, right? And that shit, I mean, I'm nominated because that shit happened to me. So but I learned how to pace myself along the way. But yeah, go ahead, Mo.
So I bumped into this brother and haven't seen him in a while, and we was in the studio and I told him to come by and we came about. We did one record and then we got motivated, did another one. Next thing you know, we like 3, 4, 5 records in, and we've started talking about this M7. What M7 means is funny because when we did our first record in 03, we were going to Miami in the month of May. And I'm like, yo, I can't wait because next week's my birthday. And he's like, yo, my birthday's next week. And I'm like, word? Yo, we share the same birthday, May 7th. So that's M7.
That's dope.
So then
Dope
having the
concept.
fact
Dope
that-
concept.
That's Taurus, right?
Taurus.
That's
I'm a
Taurus. My brother
yeah.
Earl too, man. My brother Earl. My brother Earl M7, man. Yeah,
So-
man.
so,
My brother
yeah.
Earl. Yo, shout out to everybody out there watching, man.
Yeah, so that's
You see it.
that's the reason why we came up with this M7, and it's more than just our birthday. It's more of what the movement's about. It's about powerful music, PM, and it's a message behind our stuff. It's not like no corny message. It's just reality that we want to kick to the people.
Right. And what is that? Like, what is it that you want to, like, you want the people nowadays? Because, like, hip-hop has been so twisted and turned around. I mean, it's been good for, like, you was telling me earlier, like when I was telling you about the Nas album, like, yo, I think that was the hottest album ever. The Illmatic, you was like, nah, Gilly, for the time. So for this time is what we're listening to now, which is all right. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it and hate on it, but like now the new time, which is just a couple of weeks away, we're gonna get into a new era, a new age with a new president, a new music. New York is coming back. So what do we expect from you guys in the M7 album to bring that culture back to New York, which what 16 Bars of Real Rap represents, that culture, you know what I mean? And we're back. You see it,
Back to
16
live action.
Bars of Real Rap, BXLive.com studios. We in the building. That's my man Dirty, G. Section H, Mickey Monday. Got my bro Devon in the building and all lyrical. He was still on the phone.
He's
Wanna
on the
send
phone
out
with
a,
Maxwell.
Yeah, want to send out a big rest in peace to Robin Thicke that died. And yeah, we here, man. You already know Freestyle Fridays every Friday. 60 Bars of Real Rap at gmail.com. Send your videos. So Devon and all lyrical, man. This part two. This is a
Let's
good-
keep it.
this is a
Let's
good
do it.
interview.
They missed the
We got
first.
some questions, man. We got Dirty guys. Some questions for y'all, man.
If everyone out there watching missed the first segment of the interview, basically they was just introducing themselves, talking about
New project coming.
exactly. And I got a question for AL. But being the fact that you said you came in the game in about like the early 90s, correct?
Late 90s.
Late 90s, right? So being the fact that you've been around for so long, you've seen a change in music. How do you feel about the change? Like, what do you feel is responsible for the change in music? And what I say, like, change in music is like, me, I feel like along the way we've lost our genres. R&B, there's no more R&B. There's no more Mary J's.
Yeah,
there's no more Faith Evans. Hip hop isn't core hip hop like it used to be.
In my opinion, I'll be honest with you. It's the regression of the mind. They don't want you to be as alert as we are, or as informed.
We used to be, right?
Of course, informed. So
Drake is the new Mary J. Blige.
Shout out to,
But to be honest with you,
shout out to Drake and J.
it took a
Blige.
time like 90, 95, 96. Before that, I grew up on Public Enemy. I grew up on like people that were saying something. There's still racism going on. There's still power structure, poverty, and poor people. You know what I'm saying? That's going on, and we're people that are trying to live in this world. I mean, it's not about me having a Bentley, man. I'm trying to pay my rent for next week and my light bill. So my rap artist is telling me, yeah, I got the Bentley and it's snowing and whatever. All of that is it doesn't pertain to the masses. There's a small percentage of people that have money like this. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people, but within this music, the genre of hip hop, it came from the rubble. It came from here, from the Bronx. It came from nothing to something. Now it's $1 billion company. Now these big guys, these crackers, are running everything, and they telling the label what to sign, and the label's telling the program director what to play. So this is where the music is all fucked
And then it
up.
trickles down, and they tell the
It trickles
A&R
down.
what to look
But
for. And
the thing is,
what they're
there's
gonna promote,
there's a double-edged sword in everything, because now the internet became this other world. So now you got an artist like Joe Budden that's not getting play on the radio, but he got 300,000 fans.
Yeah.
He puts out a record, an album, and then boom, he sells 100,000 units on his own thing, getting 80% of 20% of what, with the distribution or whatever it is.
Cha-ching.
So that is another way you go.
that's
But
that
to
cha-ching
build
right
that is not easy, my brother. So that's where we're at with what's going on with music, with me, and what my opinion of how music has changed. And it's not going. It's funny because I could take the good and the bad with everything. You know what I'm saying?
of course.
But I would say in my era of growing up with music, 90% of the music was bomb, and there was
Absolutely. I
20%, like
agree
10% that was
100%.
whack.
I agree
Right
100%.
now, I would say 80% is whack,
It's
and
reversed.
it's like 20% that I'm like, yo, I like that, I like that.
In reverse.
Well, you
So-
know what? That's the beauty of the power, like you said, the internet. So now we could bring it back, and we could bring artists like you guys back.
Yo, this is-
and
I
many
think
more artists that we know
this is the
right now.
Underground Railroad.
I think
Yeah,
that the labels didn't take advantage of the internet in the beginning, which is why now the internet is the way it is for the independent artists. The record labels didn't see that coming 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
Which is why now, me personally, I think that record labels now they strip an artist of who they really are. Like, you don't see a lot of artists who have hot singles now, even for like the past 4 or 5 years. It's rare that you see an artist who has a single who's buzzing and they're around to follow up after that. I feel like these record labels, they're more interested in a single than they are in a project.
Well, I mean, it's not. Well, yeah, but because there's a lot of rappers now, and
Nah, but
You
this is
don't
the
you
thing.
don't see labels building artists anymore for a project anymore. They build these artists for a single, and then you don't really hear much from them after.
Well, that's the thing is, as time has been moving, everything moves fast. Like even with language, like instead of you calling me Alex, you call me yo A. Everything in the human world of mine. So now they're moving fast. Fast forward, it used to be the album. You used to make an album. It took time. Now it's just a single. What single? Yo, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
get it
and
done.
let it
Get it
done.
done, get it out.
And the cost effectiveness of what promotion is. What are they paying to pay for that? They don't want to spend no money. They don't want to spend no money. They don't want to develop no
they
artists.
lost a
They
lot
want
of money.
everything.
Which
But like
is
you said,
why-
sorry to interrupt, but like you said, it's a double-edged sword because as much as the record labels have given out a lot of money, they lost a lot of money because a lot of projects went sour. A lot of artists were definitely difficult to work with, and they lost a lot of money. So it's a double-edged sword.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
it's but then you're talking about everything in business. If you're
Right.
you're selling consumer, you got all these sneakers. There's going to be a high buyer. You're taking chances with anything of being taking an artist to put out. So that's part of
And
that.
everything is marketing,
But
too.
I mean, to be honest with you, the labels get most of the money.
I
They get it
don't think it's about being hot anymore. I think it's about just having a big following. If a record label could find you and see that you have a big following, they really don't even care if your music is garbage,
But-
because they'll go and look at a artist who's actually dope. Artists who may come in here to 16 bars of real rap, but
Good artists.
you go on their Instagram and they got 375 followers, but they're nice. A record label, before they even click one of his videos on his page to even listen to him, is gonna look at how many followers he got and then look at someone else
Right.
who may have a song that may be popping in the strip clubs because he knows the DJ, but the song is whack, but he
Totally
got
understand you.
17,000 followers. They're more inclined to wanna sign, or let me not even say sign, but just look into that artist more because it's less work that they have to, less money that they have to put into building that artist buzz.
Right. Well, because you see, that my theory is that with the internet, the record labels try to keep this on the hush
Absolutely.
from people like us of color. See what I'm saying? They didn't think we were going to be intellectual enough, which we are, to learn this game and to transcend it to another level. So anything that the record label was supposed to do, the actual people right now with all the followers, they're doing it themselves. So you don't really need a record label no more. You dig what I'm saying? So the record labels, what they did was they continuously kept dropping the ball because they were supposed to show this part or be prepared for this part. They weren't even prepared.
I think also too. I agree with you 100%. I think the tables turned a little bit. That for independent artists, like the internet and just being independent itself, for the artist became what being signed to a record label was. That now the record labels are in the position that the independent artists used to be in, because we don't need a major label no more. But
You still do though.
yeah, no.
Wait.
Independent artist that.
And I'll tell you something. But you still need, if you could get a major label to support you, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna go further than what you're gonna do as an independent artist.
If you don't really have a buzz.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Even Drake, when Drake first came out independent, he did $5 million by himself on the iTunes shit. He got picked up by a major label. Look at him. He signed to Jordan and Nike. So you're gonna get that as when you're with a major label, because you have a machine behind you. You know what I'm saying? The independent route is the way to go, right? But once you reach that level, like you said, everything you're saying is true. Once you reach that level where the record label see, like, yo, you know what, man? This dude did this out of with this much money. Let me add some more zeros behind him and watch what he can really do. But then you're sucked into being part of their machine.
Yeah, of course.
So that you might have to start wearing tight pants.
Mm-hmm.
You might start having to wear the pink hats, and then it takes people like you guys out the loop because the original hip hop is not there no more. So it's more commercialized. But
I never had no problem doing no commercial records.
But did you have a problem wearing did you have a problem wearing like a 10-4 suit, gold one?
I never had to
trying
do that either.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like
That's what
let's say in your day, right, when you was out there and you was nominated for the Grammys and all that, right? All right, so let's fast forward it now, right? If you were still there and they with the transition of music, and if they would have disrespected you, because I think that would have been disrespect to ask somebody like you or anybody to be like, yo, but you gotta change your look. How would you have felt?
I probably would have just been like, yo, let the music identify me all the time, because the music is before you, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
But you've seen artists go through that though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
niggas,
I'm not saying you in general. Like, I've seen artists. We seen it with who was it? With the Firm or someone one time.
Niggas always be compromising shit. Right? I'm gonna tell you one
they
time.
Almost had Nas.
They had your man Young Thug, like Little Bo Peep.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Like Young Thug, like Lil Bo Peep, like with a Tech 9.
Yeah. I mean,
Talk to the mic.
Sometimes I think that was more of him doing that. I think to get aroused from things.
You know that was his marketing scheme.
Yeah, now it's all for one. Like whatever gets you to get seen. Like now it's
People
just
sell
the
out to
horrors
go
of
viral.
horrors. Everybody's a whore. So they
horror.
A whore. They're viral whores. They do anything to go viral.
Anything, they'll say anything.
Yep.
They'll be on that level, and
you're absolutely right.
And they would do that just to get views, and to be seen.
Right.
But that's them. To me, a real artist is gonna be who he is, and you'll see it like Devon said, through the music. Let the music define what it is. Now when you see me,
grocery store, I never forget
Your
that.
boy on Lil Yachty, niggas said Biggie was overrated. Mo, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I went.
Yeah, the mobile rappers
To
are
say
trash. They
Big,
got a lot
only
of
nigga that
followers.
can say Big was overrated is a nigga that was there in that time. And then you could say there's things you could compare him to. There's little things that we could argue that, but you can't say that shit if you wasn't. If you ain't lived that
well,
shit.
and that's again, I blame some of the hip hop historians too, because they stopped teaching, the history of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But MCs niggas need to know. You need to
we can't
know.
keep blaming the crackers because they're gonna do what they do regardless. We gotta blame ourselves because we the ones putting out this music. We the ones, we the ones that have the power to
There's
say.
a lot of corny cosign niggas
right,
doing
though.
that shit.
You right, though.
I'm gonna keep it 100, and I be in the clubs running around. I'm talking about right now. This
You
second,
see it,
I
you're
go
gonna
to
get the
spots.
inside. You're gonna get the inside.
I
scoop.
go to the spots, so I'll be at your One Oaks, I'll be at your Avenue, I'll be at Marquee, I'll be at all these spots, and I know all the DJs, every DJ, you name a DJ.
Those are industry bodies.
Yeah,
My
all,
man be in all the industry joints. You
and
see
cats
it.
can't. I don't care how much money you got. You go to the front door, be like, yo, I want to buy 10 bottles, and the bottles are like $700-800. They're not letting you in. If you don't know the doorman, you're not.
You're
But,
not
you know, what I mean,
gonna
it's
get it.
nothing special. I ran through the New York City social life for a minute.
Still walks with Maxwell, my nigga.
Yeah, no, I know. You see it, man. All lyrical, man. Yo, you been
Yeah,
everywhere.
no.
Original, man. Original.
No, but I'm just trying to tell you
Hip-hop,
that
man,
most
Beatnuts,
the
all
funny
that,
thing
man.
is that the club owners are essentially telling the DJ, "Oh, you better play this record." My boy, his name is DJ Reach. Shout out to DJ Reach. He'll play my record
Shout out.
anywhere,
That's love.
anytime. Love,
That's love.
and he's a fan of real music, and he'll play whatever it is, the Yachties and that shit. Because why?
He has to.
He has to.
That's
play
what the
it.
crowd.
that's what
It's so crazy how hip hop turned. Because you know what's funny? Back in the days, and I wasn't even in the club, but from what I heard from my boy Tito from the Fearless Four, he told me that the
See, my
DJs used to go to the club, listen to Grandmaster Flash, what he was playing,
And
go
then,
back to the
yeah,
radio
yeah,
station
yeah.
and play that
Yeah,
record.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like it's backwards
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? So it's the program director, it's the labels,
Definitely.
and then the DJs. These three entities are the ones that
That's that
make
fact.
up this world of radio. What's going on?
And I always do this. You see that right there? That's that shit that prevents you from getting to
It's
the
that
top.
umbrella.
Yeah, I mean,
shit.
That
and,
ceiling.
and it's
Right there.
and it's straight up
Stucco.
disgusting sometimes,
Yeah,
but it is
stucco,
what it
man.
is, and it's up to you, man. Because you know you driving your car. If you got the new XM, then you can hear satellite radio or whatever, and you could hear all raw stuff, dope shit. But you know you play Hot 97, you're gonna hear the same record all the time. It is what it is, but it's up to you to listen to whatever it is you want to listen
And that's
to.
what it do. So you was in the music. You was doing movies.
Oh, film.
How did that go? What was it? Film, theater,
No, I'm working on some film stuff right now. as
like
we
movies,
speak.
like straight to web, or just straight.
Director's hat on, right?
Yeah, I put on. You know
Oh.
what I'm saying? I mean,
No wonder he ain't taking off all day. He like this too. He turning like, yo, you see it. Now I see it now.
but you know,
What's up, man? I see it. Shout out to all lyrical, man. He a film director, man.
stepdad.
Stepdad.
Yeah,
Stepdad.
I'm a stepdad. Shout out to the stepdads out there, man. I'm a stepdad.
To
I
give
love
you
all the
to give you a little history of what really got me into that, or when I worked on a TV show called Lyricist Lounge on MTV.
Yeah, I remember that.
I worked. That was back in '99, and we were the first to do a hip hop sketch comedy or sketches, hip hop sketch dialogue. Meaning, we put a beat on and we created whatever dialogue or scenario.
Yeah,
right.
So if it was like I was doing laundry, I would rap
You
it
talk
out.
about-
Yeah. If I was going to rob a bank, we would come in there, rap it out, and do the whole motion of it.
Nice.
So that was that, and then we had
So it's like
MTV
doing
backers.
like theaters,
That's dope.
like, again. That's,
Yeah, theater
It's a
rap.
very dope concept.
So we had, and then of course with MTV backers, then we had celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
We had Common Sense, The Brat, Mos Def, all of this, and it put out.
I think I seen a video the other day
yeah,
of
you
Mos
can- it's
Def
on
rapping and he
YouTube.
was in the background.
It's on. Oh well, that's some other ciphers.
I know I was a bug. I'm like, that's
everywhere,
right
man.
there. I know I'm
Yeah.
not bugging, man. My
That's
man
what it
right
is
there.
Everywhere,
but, yeah, that was my first experience, and then it trickled down as as time went on. I started, getting into acting, took an acting class, and then, I booked a commercial here, there, but things have elevated, and I bumped into a friend of mine, became friend with this kid named Hannibal, and he got the script called 179, and that's what I'm working on right now.
Nice.
Dope.
179th Street, and we got a trailer out there,
Bronx
but it's,
movie, 179 or 179 in Queens, like
No,
179
in
at
Washington
131st
Heights.
Ave.
Right.
it's funny because
Oh, the
everybody
Heights. Shout out to the
Washington
Heights.
So
Okay.
it's
Nah, 'cause 179 in the Bronx is crazy too. When you say 179, that's like,
179 in the Heights is crazy too.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, believe me when I tell you.
I know that.
Right now, them niggas in 179
Yeah,
watches
that's
like,
like,
what
look
you
at that
mean the
spinach.
Bronx 179?
Yeah, no, I know.
So-
the spinach factory over there on Audubon 179.
as a true artist, I love art, and it's film, art, music, dance. That's what I am.
That's-
one of my-
I mean,
All
that.
5 elements.
So
Yeah, there's all the
that
elements of
is
hip
what-
hop.
It channeled me into that, and I know how film is, and I've been working on this for a long time. It's my baby and everything, and I know what level I could take it to.
Okay.
So yeah, and in this world, I have a goal. I want to be this type. I want to be Mark Wahlberg of film, but a Latino doing it. But it's not even about that, because you know what? I always come back to somebody saying, "Yo, pun is ill for Spanish rap." No, pun was ill. altogether,
Period,
not even
absolutely.
because of Spanish.
But what the reality is that we're right now at bxlive.com at 16 Bars We Rap, and amongst what you guys are doing, we're actually uniting and filling a void that the people out there really need, because the Latinos, we never really have a voice. Our voice was pun. That was the only one that really chanted really loud and try to get all of us united. We all have tried, you know what I'm saying? We all have tried, but to bring that unification, like pundit, that's what we out here to do, and it's beautiful that you guys are here because it take a village, you know what I'm saying? To make a community.
Yeah, the team,
right? So you know everything is all welcome here, man, and man, sky's the limits, man. 2017 gonna be good, man. And I believe we got some footage of you two rapping up in here, man. I don't got Divine yet, but you know, I'll get Divine.
Real quick.
Nah, but you know, you come on the humble with me, my dude.
Before,
you know, you've been Flavor Forever. I know the family. We go way back generations, man.
Right now, Divine got a record right now called Police Murder People.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Can I get a verse?
YouTube.
Yeah, so
Acapella verse right now?
You got it.
I'll give you whatever, man.
Before you go off, real quick, both of y'all tell the people out there where they can find you at on Instagram, all that. Tell them or your
my
handles.
DIVINE, the number 7 RBG, Divine 7 RBG. That's the Instagram. That's where.
You got a SoundCloud or anything like that? Anywhere where they can
I
find
got
your
a
music,
SoundCloud,
videos?
Divine RBG, yeah. I got the SoundCloud.
The mic up
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
We say rap.
Yeah, we putting a beat on no beats.
Yo, get a beat up,
We got
yo.
beats over there.
All Lyrical is my Instagram. All Lyrics on Facebook. You can reach me on both of those platforms right now. And
The A Loud,
Twitter,
we got a beat.
All Lyrics BK.
Or Lyrics
Yeah.
BK?
Yeah,
Okay. You got a SoundCloud anywhere people could go find your music? Or
Right now we got one. It's an M7. Go
Okay.
check the M7
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
BK,
dope.
man, looking
And
in the mirror,
All
man.
Lyrics sound. So got songs like
Like I said, this every Friday we got a freestyle session. We're about to do some special prizes.
yeah, we definitely gonna have a little what you want to call it if you would.
Okay. Oh shit. That's
No. Giveaway. What you want to call it? A competition. If you want to call it a
So here we go. We're
competition.
gonna do some this real hood shit right here. I love it. This is the new wave. Hey, your phone. Let me see.
Nah, it's not. It's only coming out on the phone. It's not coming out on there.
It's not coming out. Yeah. It's not coming out on this?
Yo, too.
So they're just gonna go for that from the phone?
Oh, we got a deal there.
Money. Yeah.
60 people. We'll put it this way.
Yeah, my liver. I be catching bodies in bodegas. My abuela said body anybody, a cualquiera. My ever, but the divine's better, divine's terror, the mind bender, the santera, the side netter, rap. The king of the meta nature is back. I should tat the whole 5 barrels on my back. Is a fact I told 2.5 when I snapped and lost it. I catch a body, I toss it. Come get your mommy up off this. Her body's exhausted. She's been riding with horses. She's not your friend like the chorus. My buzz enormous. I'm like warm. You already know, man. Divine RBG. Alright.
Go, Mo.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I got a lot of them saying that nigga ain't never beat me yet. Yo, let's hear it.
Life's a bitch, homie. Be careful. She's a selfish whore. I try to switch and make a change. Try to help the poor. I overdid it at first. I learned the lesson more. Got committed with the verse to express the raw. My rap flow hit left, never reach. I'm stuck in the capsule where the devil's a priest. I try to give advice for those banging them colors. You might as well join the clan, cause you're hanging your brother that built the system to enslave us to welfare. Gotta pay him for the prison, getting the health care. Do your research. I don't acknowledge the news. How we gon' live long with all this processed food. Try to eat right, but it costs double the price. Welcome to my world, baby, where nothing is right. Mama's still in church, singing the same song. I'm putting this work in, creating a napalm for the masses. To learn to cut class. Government don't play, they jail you for them taxes. It's hard though, in this music game to make a star blow. You got a choice, Jehovah or a barcode.
Yeah, 60 balls of real rap, man. That's what Alright. We did it the old school block way. We always banging on the table.
I like that.
Yeah, so
It's
you
like
know,
that.
that's what we do, man. We got help me out, bitch. Yeah, man. And we here, man. We here, man. 60 bars of real rap, man. We
Real rap.
BigSlive.com. We got a video with AO, right? We gonna put that up or we good?
Nah, throw that video up. Throw the video up.
We about to be
videos.
out, man. You
Yeah.
see it every Friday, man. Tune in. We here. We live. Hopefully, my man All Lyrical come up. Hopefully, Divine will definitely come up if they in the city. You know what I mean?
I missed you. You went home.
Room session.
Was chilling and looked on the gram and was like, oh shit, I came through.
Black room
Fuck.
session. That was dope.
Yeah, that was some improv shit. I was like, yo, you know what? Let's go in like this, and then you made it even better because I was just like, I brought these two cats, and they're hungry.
Yeah.
I love little
Bring them back
Jay.
too Friday, man. Tell them to come through, man.
I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna bring whoever I feel that's hot to come
Right.
through. You know what I'm saying?
dope.
'Cause
Yes.
this spot, I'll bring my man Punchline. He's another veteran. Like he wrote with Trackmasters. So I used to
That's
be in
dope.
the studio with Nas and the Firm and all
Oh,
that.
that's
Right,
dope.
right.
It's official.
I seen through my man Punch.
You put in your work, bro. I see you through the years, and I know,
Word.
like me being in the game, as much as I've been everywhere, it was valid, and I was there. You was there, definitely. And even sometimes I wasn't there, and you were there. I saw you on camera. Oh shit, this nigga's everywhere,
Yeah,
B.
man. I mean,
So he's a true hip hop historian, man. You
Word
see it,
up.
man.
Divine,
Sure,
RBG in the
Divine
building.
too. Divine been quiet with me lately, but I ain't really know my dude, because you been my man, like, and you really never like.
I never been on no rap
Like,
shit. Like I
yeah.
just,
He got hits, son.
Yeah,
He got
I don't.
songs, man.
I don't like the rap shit. Like I don't like. I'm a gentleman. You know, I was raised around gentlemen. You know.
You gonna watch my man AL. I believe y'all can see him behind us, right?
Yeah, you're gonna be right there.
Look right here.
That's dope. That's dope.
If you turn it sideways, you can see it better.
Oh yeah. So that's like right behind us. Right?
That's official.
That's crazy, right? So like whenever we do like our little freestyle sessions, like we around, that's really dope. Right behind us, like. That's right. Bronx is now too. We next up. All Lyrical, man. And you can see the whole live footage on YouTube, man. bxlive.com, 16barsofyourrap.com. You see the whole 6 weeks of sessions. We packaging it up. We're about to send it out. Yeah, you see it. We working, man. You see it. You see it. You see it. You ain't tired.
I'm looking at himself over there.
If you ain't tired, you ain't working.
Nah, he went off on this right here.
You killed it that night, man.
Yeah, you went in on that shit right there.
For the Rasa, eh, Hoobs?
Nigga,
Good
yeah,
for the
when I
Rasa.
gave him the mic and he started beast, I was like, oh, who is this dude right here going off like this?
Hey, yo, he took
Came in here and blocked that shit.
killed it.
Humilde, he like this.
All right, it's time for me to go.
Yeah, you see it, man. All Lyrical, man. We have Yeah, that's cool, man. So you see it, All Lyrical, man. We do this. If you want to see yourself,
Animal.
you've been here to bxlive.com studio, 16 bars of real rap. You want to see yourself, go to YouTube. Anybody want to find you, send them to the YouTube page, send them to the BX Live page,
you just
send them
gotta
to the
guess.
16 bars of real rap page on IG, Facebook. Send your mans there. You want to get a deal. Somebody say, where can I find you? Send them there, and they can find you. Shout out to everybody that came out every Friday. We live, we direct.